Welcome to Thái Nguyên News. Now today's headlines. Hán Nôm documents affirm Vietnam's sovereignty over Paracel and Spratly Islands and other areas in the Eastern Sea. Thái Nguyên leaders on a mission to Korea. Inauguration of Tiến Bộ Iron Mine Investment and Construction Project. The information about the trying of Vietnam to affirm our sovereignty over the two archipelagos of Paracel and Spratly and the waters in the Eastern Sea, where Chinese place illegal the oil rig HD 981 in the exclusive economic zone and continental shelf of Vietnam, will commence our news today. On March the 6th, Vietnam Academy of Social Sciences released the Nôm documents affirming Vietnam's sovereignty over the two archipelagos of Paracel and Spratly and the waters in the Eastern Sea. Some Hán Nôm documents are publicized for the first time and are gathered to be published into the book Hán Nôm Documentation on Vietnam's sovereignty over Paracel and Spratly Islands and other areas in the Eastern Sea.
The book provides readers a block of Nôm documents which were collected, systematically selected, transcribed, and translated into English with Han and Nôm scripts attached for the world to understand. The document includes very valuable information asserting sovereignty of Vietnam's exercise of sovereign power over Paracel and Spratly Islands and the waters of Vietnam in the Eastern Sea. Nguyen Xuan Thang, chairman of Vietnam Academy of Social Sciences, emphasized that these are very scientific and valuable materials consisting of many original documents published for the first time and will serve as the legal historic basis of Vietnam's sovereign power over Paracel and Spratly Islands and the waters of Vietnam in the Eastern Sea. The collection material is composed of maps, chronography, administrative documents, journal writings, and many other types of documents, some of which have been published in various forms, but this is their first original publication. Yesterday, June the 3rd, Ho Chi Minh National University and Ho Chi Minh City's General Science Library launched the book The Sovereignty of Vietnam over Paracel and Spratly Islands by the well-known history-geography researcher Nguyen Dinh Dau. The book is composed of 8 chapters presenting the establishment and construction history of the islands in the Eastern Sea over the feudal dynasties such as the post-Le, Nguyen Lord, Tay Son, and the period 1945 to 1975 up to now. The book focused on historical analysis and introduction of the ancient maps associated with each era, presentation of the documents, maps of Vietnamese and Western geographers, and historians, especially of the Chinese authors. Researcher Nguyen Dinh Dau reveals that after more than 50 years of research, he has collected more than 3,000 maps of many Vietnamese and foreign authors. According to the researcher, all maps of Vietnam over the last 500 years share the affirmation of Vietnam's sovereignty over Paracel and Spratly Islands.
From the 28th to the 31st of May 2014, the delegation of Thái Nguyên Province, led by Ms. Ma Thị Nguyệt, member of the Provincial Party's Planning Committee and Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, visited and worked with some localities and businesses in Korea. The delegation visited the factory of Namsa J&J, a company of the Korean Veterans Association. The Namsa's directorate introduced the Italian rye-grass producing model to the Thái Nguyên delegation and expressed their intention to cooperate with Thái Nguyên in planting Italian rye-grass for re-export to the Korean market as cattle food. Speaking at the meeting, Ms. Ma Thị Nguyệt introduced Thái Nguyên potentials and strengths, reaffirmed the commitments to further improve investment environment and promote administrative reform to best facilitate businesses, especially for the Korean investors in Thái Nguyên. Korea is now ranked first in the investment capital in Thái Nguyên, with more than 40 projects having a total investment capital of over 3.5 billion USD. After Samsung project, a series of Korean companies are promoting investment and business in Thái Nguyên. The provincial government sees this as a significant opportunity to promote the local prosperity and make an important contribution to the developing economic, trade, cultural relations between Vietnam and Korea as well. The leaders of Thái Nguyên Province and Gwangju City signed a memorandum of cooperation. Representatives of Vietnamese businesses to Korea also signed a number of other significant cooperation agreements. On the working agenda in Korea, Thái Nguyên delegation met with the UJU Electronic Corporation and granted the investment certificate for the production project of exporting wood pellet, wood chips and sawdust to the subsidiary company UJU Viner in Diem Thuy Industrial Park, Phú Bình District, with a total area of 4.6 hectares and a registered capital of 300 billion Vietnam dong. The project of the UJU cooperation in Thái Nguyên will be put into operation by 2015. On the morning of June the 2nd, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuận, Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee, inspected the implementation progress of Yên Bình Interchange project in Phổ Yên District.
Yên Bình Interchange project, which passes through 1.5 kilometers of distance between Tân Hương and Nam Tiên communes, combines Hanoi and Thái Nguyên Free Highway to the old National Highway number 3. It also affects an area of the residential land and agricultural land of 270 households in the Dong Tien, Nam Tien and Tân Hương communes. According to statistics of Phổ Yên District People's Committee, in recent times, the residents received the clearance compensation and leave for the resettlement area. To date, only one resident has not agreed to leave the resettlement area. At the working mission, the Vice Chairman directly checked the project site and directed Phổ Yên District People's Committee to propagandize and mobilize the residents to comply the clearance undertakings in accordance with the provisions of the state. He also mandates to organize the security forces in the project site to create favorable conditions for the construction unit. He also requested the construction unit to mobilize the equipment and utilize skilled human resources in order to finalize the project in the soonest possible time.
Recently, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuận, Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Province, visited the pilot model of HKT99 hybrid rice varieties in Tân Cương Commune, Thái Nguyên City.
HKT99 is an imported hybrid rice provided and initiated in Thái Nguyên Province by Bắc Giang Agricultural Engineering Materials Joint Stock Company. In Nam Thái Village, Tân Cương Commune, Thái Nguyên City, Thái Nguyên Agricultural Extension Station planted this rice in an area of about 2 hectares. Currently, the hybrid rice has flowered and diagnosed for harvest. Through surveys and initial assessments, HKT99 has good pest resistance, strong ability of tilling, and provides actual yields from 2.5 to 2.8 kilograms per hectare. HKT99 has been expanded in Bắc Giang Province because of its good rice quality and high economic value. The Vice Chairman of Thái Nguyên Provincial People's Committee asked the breeding center and the agricultural extension station of the city to assess the replicability in the area. The province is now thinking of trying the model for new varieties in order to provide productivity, economic efficiency, and expanded production capabilities in the area. The Vice Chairman said the crop variety is an important step in production. Therefore, it needs a breakthrough in the application of new varieties. Based on the evaluation results from the model, the Vice Chairman also asked the communal extension workers and agricultural extension station of the city to allot a field of the same crop variety in Thái Nguyên City.
On May the 29th, in Linh Sơn Commune, Đồng Hỷ District, the Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Joint Stock Company inaugurated the Tiến Bộ Iron Mine iron ore selecting and washing factory in the Tiến Bộ Iron Mine Investment and Construction Project. Mr. Nhữ Văn Tâm, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, representatives of the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the Vietnam Steel Corporation, representatives of departments, boards, sectors, Đồng Hỷ People's Committee, the contractors and partners of the company attended the ceremony. The Tiến Bộ Iron Mine Investment and Construction Project is located in Linh Sơn Commune, Đồng Hỷ District. It is one of the items of the investment project for extending production in phase 2nd of the Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Joint Stock Company. The construction of the project started after it was approved in July 2011 by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment. On May the 15th, 2014, the iron ore selecting and washing factory officially came into operation to test the capacity. Selected ores were collected within the capacity of 350 tons per ship. As expected, the Tiến Bộ Iron Mine investment and construction project will contribute to increase the freight second capacity of the Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Joint Stock Company to more than 1 billion tons of steel scrap per year. Mr. Nguyễn Văn Tâm highly appreciated the determination of the Vietnam Steel Corporation. He recognized the efforts of the Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Joint Stock Company, the main investor and contractors, on overcoming difficulties. He also highly regarded the cooperation of the company with departments, sectors, and localities in compensation, ground clearance, and building the resettlement area. The Vice Chairman of Provincial People's Committee also recommended the Thái Nguyên Iron and Steel Joint Stock Company to further mobilize resources and fulfill the rest of the items of the project soon, implement well the environmental protection measures, ensure safety and hygiene at work, and fire prevention in accordance with the law. That ends our program today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you next time.